The topic I've chosen today is it really food? Because a lot of us trying to go on this journey of, losing weight and all of that kind of thing, we think it's always about the food. And it kind of is about the food, but it's also not about the food. All right? So let's have a little look at what it might be about. Let's imagine you have a coin that's side on, right? And on this coin you have food on this side, and you have exercise on this side. And the reason I do that is because really they are two sides of the same coin. When we're talking about health, right? Now, if food and exercise are in balance, then food equals food. Food means the food that you're eating, because it's just nutrition. It's what your body needs. Everyone follow? And exercise is just exercise. But what happens when we increase food more than what our body needs? Is that about food anymore? I would say that that is not about food anymore. That's about something else. Oh, okay, cool.
Yay.
Okay, everyone say, okay, all right, sorry, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so if we've increased food beyond what we need, I can guarantee you, take my word for it, some of you intuitively already know it, it's no longer about food. It's about something else. So when the meaning of food has changed from food to something else, that needs to trigger an alarm bell. Something else is going on that's allowing that situation to happen. And we'll have a look at that now. But let's also look at exercise. Same thing happens when exercise goes down. When we're not doing the amount of exercise that we should be doing for the balance of our own body, that no longer equals exercise either. Right? Something else is going on there. So the question that we've all got to ask ourselves is, what does this mean? What is the meaning behind this? So that we can figure out on our own journey, because it'll be different for everybody, right? Figure out on our own journey, what are our little triggers and what is it that's really going on? Now, obviously, we can't have individual psychotherapy analyses of everybody in the room. I'd try if I could, really, but just today, I thought I'd give you a very simple tool. Now, last time, we spoke about the diagram from my book, the 7 steps. I want to give you something simpler than that puts that into context, and it's something you've all seen before. I know you've seen, everyone heard of Maslow's hierarchy of needs? Yeah. Right. Everyone's seen that. But have you really stopped to look at it? Have you really stopped to think about it? Have you really, really used it as a tool on this journey? So let's have a look at it. The first thing when a person exists, right? The first thing they need is what? Can someone answer the bottom one? What's the first layer? Survival, physiology. Okay? Physiology and survival. So once a person's physiology is taken care of, okay, they've got food, they've got that kind of basic stuff, their body's working, what do they then need as we go higher? Okay, security. Similar words. So once now their physiology's working, they've got security, what else do they need? Sorry? Because you're just a person now, but you're now interacting with other people, right? So you need to belong. Love. Relationships. So you've got a person who's got a functioning body, they're now secure, they're now talking to other people. Now what do they need? What comes above that? What comes after that? Anybody? Self-esteem. So they now feel good about that situation. They've arrived at some things in their life. And finally, the top thing is what? It's a thing. Self-actualization is a term that Maslow used. Actualize self-actualization. Okay? Get a pharmacist to read this for you later. Okay? So, self-actualization. So what that means is they're feeling pretty good about who they are right now, and they're going to make a contribution to the world. You know, there's something of meaning that they can bring to the world because of who they are. That's a basic template. Now, just to put the 7 steps that we did last time in perspective, they are going from here to here. That's the 7 steps, from there to there. So from their last notes, you may want to insert those there. But essentially, think about this now. And think about, you're going on this journey to get your weight right. If food no longer equals food, do you see how food can be addressing any one of these things? So let's look at survival. Can you see that a person who's stressed out and they're running around, they're not eating, they are undernourished, even though they're overfed, like I keep saying. Can you see how that would unbalance a person? And can you see that because food actually provides comfort, food provides comfort. So it's a kind of a vicious circle, because the very thing that's going to make you feel calmer is the very thing that's putting you into the danger zone. Is that clear? So there's a vicious cycle happening over there. Now let's look at security. You know, the GFC, I think, is responsible for increasing diabetes and obesity. Because how many people are stressed out? How many people are sitting there and thinking, I wonder if I'll be able to pay the rent next month? Okay? So, when you're stressed out, what do? Oh, we deserve a night off, damn it. Let's just get a couple of pizzas and not a movie in, and we haven't had a family night in forever. Comfort. Pretend security. Let's go to belonging. Let's go to relationships. Are we always honest in our relationships? Can we always say what we're really thinking in our relationships? Or do we sometimes go, oh, well, it doesn't really matter, and then we, self-medicate with food? Or we do other things that decrease exercise. So, can you see how when that's out of balance, it's no longer about food and exercise? It's absolutely not. Food and exercise equals food and exercise when you're in balance. Okay, we'll get through a few more examples, but I just want to give you an overview. And then self-esteem. You know, money, position, power, achievement. What if you don't feel you've got any of those? How does that make you feel? Do you know anybody? So, I mean, I'm sure it's no one in this room, we know that, right? But do you know other people who say things like, oh, man, bloody, try hard. I don't have to try that hard. My life's all right. And what do? We go out and we eat things that we're not meant to eat. Or, let's say you have got huge achievements and you spend every night in an expensive restaurant as an expression of what? Nutrition? Then the exercise you get is 2 seconds of a hand exercise doing this. On the credit card bill. Right? So what is that really an expression of? It's not about food, is it? It's not about exercise. It's about, look at me, Kimmy. Right? It's about, I've made it. I'm somebody. Notice it. Okay? I'm paying with my body for you to notice my advertising. Now, it's not like that for everybody, right? I mean, there's so many different ways that we can think about it in the sort of background. But I'll just give you some of the common ones. And then here, self-actualization. What's that about? That's about meaning. That's about the why am I here question. Right? If you've got no direction in your life and you're still living down here just trying to keep a job, and life up here is almost non-existent, can you see how disconnected a person like that would be from here? So you're going through everyday life, waking up thinking, God, it's the same old, same old. It's the same old, same old. Is it going to be like this every single day? Is this it? And the answer to, is this it, is a coffee and a muffin. That's the answer to that question. Philosophers have it wrong. Plato and Socrates, forget them, just go to Starbucks or Gloria Jeans. Right? If you have no sense of what's this really all about for me, you will constantly fall into traps at all of these levels. So just as you go through your journey, we've talked about a lot of things through this, and we'll talk about a lot of things to come. But I just thought today, you just need a little bit of clarity to take on your journey and to understand that it's not about, ooh, I can't eat that lamington. It's about, how much food does my body need? How much exercise does my body need? Because if you're thinking, ooh, it's naughty to have that lamington, what are you really saying to yourself on a subconscious level? You might be saying, ooh, I don't think I know where I'm going. Or, ooh, have I really made it? Oh, yes, I have made it. Or, I really want to say something to someone I love, but I'm kind of scared because, you know, I kind of want them and I don't want what they do, but I want who they are, and all these little things that we go through our head. Or security. Or just basic stress. So the next time you pick up something and put it in your mouth, say to yourself, is this food or is this survival, security, love, self-esteem or meaning?